Hi, welcome to SpOt. I'm doing a quick video entitled which camera is best for me, drawing on my own experiences with a wide range of cameras and how they suit me and different things, and hopefully it will be of use to some of you. So I'll quickly run through what I've got to show you. So we've got the Panasonic FX37, a Panasonic TZ3, a Panasonic FZ38, a Panasonic GF3, a Nikon D7000, and I'm recording today with a Nikon D5100, and I will talk about that. Obviously you can't see it here, but the D5100 would sit in between these two cameras here. Now, I've only just noticed as I've said it, but obviously you can see I'm a fan of the Panasonic, and there is a good reason for that. But we'll start off with the little baby one. This little Lumix is one of the better ones in the range. 10 megapixels, it's got quite a wide angle lens, it's got a 5x zoom, it's fully automatic, there's no real manual features on it, it's got some video functions. You know, it's a pretty basic camera, but it is capable of giving you spectacular pictures in the right scenario. So you know, there are some real cheap cameras, but this one you can pick up for about sort of between 30 and 50 quid second hand, maybe pay up to 90 to 100 pound new now, but you know, you still get good features, and that's why I'm sort of, you know, you see I've got Panasonic here, Casio Exelims, the Canon Power Shots, or you know, the little Canons, whatever they're called, I think they're called Power Shots. You know, they're all good little cameras. You see some of these unknown makes, and generally I'd steer clear. There may be some good ones out there, I don't know, but I tend to stick to Panasonic when it comes to little ones, or Casio, or Canon. The Nikons tend to be a little bit expensive, but again, the Nikon Coolpix do some lovely little cameras. So, just for an everyday carrying around camera, keep in your pocket, that'll go in your jeans pocket, take with you anywhere, doesn't weigh anything, you're going to get decent pictures, absolutely fine. What you're not going to get is speed. You're not going to be able to print, you know, huge, great big prints, but then who does? You're not going to get good low light capability, you're not going to get great flash functions on it, you know, tiny little flash close to the centre of the lens. You might get issues with red eye, and you know, there'll be red eye reduction on it, but then that can cause problems as well. So you know, there are limitations to a camera like that. This is quite an old one, but again, spectacular images are possible. This is a Panasonic TZ3, TZ being travel zoom. The idea of these is that they're compact cameras with very flat, nice size, but with big zooms on. This being an older one has got a 10x optical zoom. So anyway, yeah, this is a 10x optical zoom. So you know, it doesn't come out too far, but it doesn't matter because it all goes away nicely when you pack away. So again, not much bigger than the tiny little one, but you're getting much better quality and a much bigger zoom. Again, it's not going to be fast, it's not going to be good for action, it's not going to be good in low light conditions. I mean, the newer versions of this TZ3, I think we're up to the TZ30 now, which has got a 30x optical zoom as opposed to the 10 of this one. And they're good value for money, and again, great for carrying around, taking on holidays, decent image quality, got good image stabilisation on all of these. And you know, a good second-hand buy as well. You know, this camera second-hand is probably worth about 10, 20, 30 quid. But you can still get some really nice pictures with it. You know, just because it's not got 16 or 18 megapixels, you know, it doesn't really matter. So that's the sort of the travel zoom, we'll call them. Again, you can get Olympus versions, tend to be a bit chunkier. Some nice Canon versions. The Nikon Coolpix do their own versions as well. So moving on, and this interests me because I used to have a Nikon D50 and I sold it, and I bought myself something similar to this, which is basically a bridge camera. and it's supposed to bridge the gap between digital SLRs and compact cameras, and give you manual features and lots of extra benefits. However, what I soon found out is that it's no way a replacement for a digital SLR, and don't ever think it will be. And this particular one is a very good camera, FZ38, again capable of great pictures. Got a huge 18 times optical zoom. Well, I think it's huge. I mean, there are some, as I say now, they're 30 times, 40 times, you know, it's going on and on. This is a 12 megapixel camera. It records high definition video in AVC HD or motion JPEG. Again, it's image stabilized, stereo microphones. There's no external microphone socket on that, so you know your sound comes in there and that's it. But it's a great camera. It's been replaced now in the range 3 or 4 times, so again it's a good second-hand buy. No more than 150 quid will get you one of those. Got a nice pop-up flash, which is a bit further away from the lens, giving you less issues than these two. So again, another good buy. Again, Fuji are very popular with these. You still get good image quality. Canon do some nice ones, and again Nikon as well have got their own in the range. But it is definitely not a substitute for digital SLR. The real downside is, again, slow performance, low light, as with all these. I've read reviews saying, oh, the low light performance on this is much better and much better, it's much better. It really doesn't touch digital SLRs. So that's your bridge. Now, here, this is new to me. I've had this for a couple of weeks now, and I have to say I'm absolutely loving it. This is the mirrorless camera, which is now the bridge camera between the bridge and the digital SLR, so it's the new bridge camera. So essentially what this is a compact thin body that has interchangeable lenses. The benefit of this is the sensor size, as you can see that straight onto the sensor. The sensor size in that is, you know, miles bigger than any of these three. So you're going to get better image quality. You actually get fantastic image quality. That's 12 megapixels, but it is absolutely fantastic image quality. This is the Lumix G3. They've got the G1, the GF1, the GF2, the GF3, the GF5 now. But the difference between this and the GF5 is they've gone up in the megapixels, and I think they've put the stereo mic back on and a few other bits. But this is a basic mirrorless camera. Again, a good buy. Second hand, you can pick these up for about £200 with the 14 to 42 kit lens. A lot of them have the pancake lens on, which is nice. But the difference between this, the bridge, and these two is you lose the zoom range unless you buy a big zoom and put on it, but you're talking lots of money. But what you do gain is speed. And when I say speed, I'm talking about speed right into the cards, speed of autofocus and accuracy of the autofocus. And this absolutely nails it in every respect. So now you're getting the image quality of these, if not better. You get the bigger sensor, more data. You know, the raw files are much better, and there's so much more information there. But you're getting that speed of capture, the speed of autofocus. You're not waiting around for it to write to the card or anything like that. So you know, you can spend between 200 and, I don't know, probably £5 on a mirrorless camera. But you know, essentially they're all the same thing. And I'm loving this. Also got touchscreen on the back of this one. A lot of people sort of don't like it and say it's not very responsive, blah blah blah. The reason it's not responsive is because it's not a capacitive one like an iPhone. You have to actually touch it. But you know, I'm touching it there. That's worked. I'm going to change it to P mode. That's worked. I'm going to go to the Q menu. That's worked. I'm going to go to image stabilization. It works absolutely fine if you do it properly. So no issues with the screen at all. Nice pop-up flash which can be bounced off the ceiling. So a lovely little camera. All of these you can have in fully auto. All of them, these two do manual. These two are only auto. So you have got manual controls, and you've got all your scene modes and your landscape sorts and all that, all to help you out, all good. I don't use any of that, but you know, at the end of the day, it's there if you need it. Sometimes I just leave my camera in auto just in case you switch it on, need to take a picture, bang, and you're all set to go. So next I'll be talking about the Nikon D50-100, which I'm recording on. Now, included in this range, I would say you've got things like the Nikon D3000, the D30-100, the D3200, the D5000, the D50-100, and the equivalent Canons, Sonys, Pentax, if that's your thing, or whatever. They all do a similar, what they call entry-level digital SLR. Now the D50-100 that I'm recording on, I would say is a little bit above an entry-level digital SLR. It's got the flip-out screen, fantastic image quality, and it's a lovely camera. A great video camera, as long as you have a microphone or you manually focus. I'm doing both. This is manually focused and I've got a microphone. The reason being, when you have a digital SLR, when you're videoing, you can hear the autofocusing motor in the lens squeaking away on the film. So you need to use external microphones when you're doing film on a digital SLR. When you do that, you can get some great quality images. This is just the 35mm f1.8 lens at the moment I'm recording on. So then, from what I call the entry-level to digital SLRs, you've then got the semi-pro and pro digital SLRs. This is a Nikon D7000. I put this in the sort of, I suppose you could call it enthusiast stroke semi-professional category. It's a magnesium alloy body, it's weather sealed, it's very fast shooting. Again, fantastic image quality, fantastic video if you're using an external microphone. It's fully manual. It does have an auto mode and a couple of scene modes on it still, but you know, it's got twin cards, so you can have redundancy. If you're shooting a wedding, you can shoot to 2 cards. If there's a problem with one, you've got your images on either, or you can shoot RAW to one, JPEG to other. And you know what you're getting here is 100% viewfinder, things like that you don't realise that perhaps you might have liked. Whereas on the entry level digital SLRs, they're normally 95 to 97% viewfinders. When I look through the viewfinder of my D7000, or if you had a D700 or etc., you know what you're seeing is what you're getting. Talking of the D700, the next step up from this is basically the same but full frame, i.e. the sensor is 35mm film size, so it's a full frame sensor, and again you're going to hike up in quality, but the quality of the DX bodies, as they're now called, for me it's not worth going up to a full frame with all the issues that are caused by that, i.e. not being able to use some of my lenses and the cost, etc. I can go out and shoot a wedding with this Nikon D7000 with not this lens on, but with a decent lens on, with no issues whatsoever, and get spectacular pictures. So no issues with using that for professional use whatsoever. You know, it's not as robust as some of the big tanks, the D3, the D4s, things like that. I do use a grip when I'm doing any pro work. It makes it look better, and it's easier to handle when you're in vertical. And obviously you're paying a lot more money. D7000 is probably running about £1,000 with a kit lens at the moment. Maybe get one second hand a bit cheaper, but you know, when I'm getting up to cameras like this, I buy them new. These little ones, I'm happy to go out and buy second hand, and you know, you pay your money, you take your chance. I paid 200 quid for that, and I'm absolutely delighted with it. So to me, that's great value for money. I think new they're probably about maybe, you know, 450, something like that. I'm not too sure. So there you are. But there you go. I hope that's been of use to somebody, or anybody, or all of you. Please subscribe and perhaps have a look at some of my other videos. Any comments, just leave them below. Cheers, bye.